This is Laveena Pinto and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about some of the insecurities that we all face. I'm not good. I'm not beautiful. Why did this happen to me? Man, these are some of the common questions which we all go through at some point of time. There was a time when I had like a hell lot of acne that was called as adult acne, and I had no clue. But before that, I never had acne, so obviously that was the reason which more gave me more panic attacks than the normal attacks, I think. But I always felt that people were not talking to me. People, whoever were talking to me, they were looking at my acne, and I was more furious every time because those acne bothered me more than it bothered anybody else. It's then I realized, my husband, my friends, my family members, no one had a problem with my acne. It was me who had this big blockage in my mind. Like, this is one very common thing which I'm sure everybody goes through. And then I had another kind of insecurity was that, before marriage, I did have a breakup with my now husband. And the breakup was so bad that why did it happen to me? Like, why did it have to happen to me? I cried a lot for that. I did cry a lot. There was a lot of emotional turbulence that I went through at that point of time. Apart from that, there was one more thing which I lost a big chunk of money. Now that losing that big chunk of money, obviously losing money will depress you, so I was upset. I was not depressed, I can't tell I was depressed, but I was upset for the very long time. But the whole point is, I think these kind of situations every human being goes through, whether you are working, not working, you're a housewife, you're married, you're not married. It might not be the same kind, but maybe something else in some other way. For sure, beauty is something every woman would think about it. Now, I just was going through some interviews before creating this content, actually, before writing this topic. I was just going through some videos and trying to see how people, what kind of insecurities people talk. And I realized that I am a common human being, so I will compare myself to somebody else and I will have more insecurities only. But then I realize when I find, for example, Shilpa Shetty. I find Shilpa Shetty so perfect. She's got the beautiful skin, she's got the beautiful body, beautiful family, she's super rich, she's so talented. And I was surprised that she has insecurities which are equal to mine only, like the kind of insecurities I have. She always thought about herself, like, is she good enough? Is she her looks did bother her. Obviously, I'm sure that's when she did the maybe the therapies and surgical things and all that stuff. So the point is, these things are not just with us common human beings, it's overall with all kind of species, except for the maybe the pets. They don't have that kind of worries maybe. After knowing all these insecurities that we go through, it's very clear that everyone goes through the same things. But you know what, from my insecurities, the things that I've learned, if I was not there in that situation, I wouldn't be in the situation what I'm right now. I've come up very strong. I have learned how to face the challenges. I have learned to accept certain things. These things are going to happen. Breakup, everyone's life goes through with it. Losing money, that is also very common. It's not something that you lose in a particular way, you lose it in many other way, so you lose that. Insecurities, things are not going to change for anybody, nor it is going to happen that no matter what kind of therapy you do, no matter what kind of motivation you're going to listen to, they are not going to change overnight, or not that anybody is going to be escaping from that. The insecurities are part of your life. Now, what you can do to that is, what have I done is, I have attached a goal for my life. But that does not mean that if any insecurities I have, my skin tone or my skin how texture, how it is looking, and all those things are going to be there with me, and either I just let it be as it is or something of that sort I do, But more importantly, what is important in life? like worrying about my skin texture or my skin color, or doing something more important which can bring happiness to me. So a goal for myself, like, so I focused on keeping a goal for myself on different levels, like, from my personal life to my online journey that I do, from my work life, because in work life I need money, so I need to go to work. If I'm sitting and worrying about my skin texture, color, and how I look and all that, then obviously there's no money coming with that, right? And because of that, I'll lose more hair, and then I'll have more insecurities because of that. So yeah, so attach a goal to your life, and that will keep you motivated and help you further. Now, for the goal, more importantly, other than this goal part, when you have a goal, what are the best things that happen in your life is you end up learning new things. Like you have to upgrade yourself, you have to learn, develop your knowledge that will help you occupy yourself in more other things than worry more about those insecurities which keep bothering you, which keep you upsetting you. So point is, keep learning, upgrading yourself. Don't take things for granted, because what life you're living, I am 100% sure there are many people who want this life. The skin that I am cribbing about, people have worse skin than me. Like, I'm still blessed to have much better. Yeah. So please don't take things for granted. Be grateful. And I have learned it now, because I know it's very difficult. I told her, at a certain age, you don't understand all these things. You don't value things, like, but after a certain age, you start believing all these things, and you start accepting yourself the way you are, and realizing that, what, these insecurities are nothing. Like, these things are part and parcel of life, but they're not that real issues in your life. One of the major reason I felt that I have more insecurities is when I compare myself to somebody else. For example, whether it is celebrities or my colleagues, my friends, people whom I see on social media or something like that. I think you can't say that you can't do it, because when you see somebody else wearing a beautiful dress and that stuff, and you're like, why you don't have it, and why don't you look like that? That though is very, again, another common thing. Like, it's whatever I'm talking about are the common issues, because these are the things that I have experienced in myself, from myself. I've seen others doing it, I've seen others talking about it, so it is common. But you know what, trying to see how you can avoid that is all the thing. Like, now how you can avoid it, you just can't say that I will not go on social media anymore, or I will not meet strangers, or I will not meet people, I will not attend function just because you're worried about all those things. But trying to accept the way you are, being confident in yourself, is the way you can do it. Yeah. The one more learning that I had in all these things when I was writing this content, I learned is that, whatever I feel, like how I look, how my body structure is, or whatever, those are all in my own brains, my head, okay, which is occupying space and wasting my brain for instead of being more productive or something. Because see, people, those who want to talk to me, they have no problem, they come and talk to me. They have to talk to me if they have to talk to me. Like, for example, the designation where I work for, I work with a lot of supplies, so it's like, I don't see anybody having an hesitant thing, like, oh my god, like, I don't think anybody has. Rather, people come and compliment me things like, my smile, or the way I am, the energy that I have, the knowledge that I have, the things, the way I manage my work and my life and everything, how they see me is completely different from how I see myself. So this is one of the biggest learning I have. Okay, this I had it like recently, I can say in last 1 or 2 years or something like that. I've started realizing that. And as I said at the starting of the video, when I had a lot of acne, my husband never said a word. And I'm sure he's not people don't judge you like the way we think. We judge ourselves in such a way that we make ourselves victim every time, even before others make us victims, So this is something which I've learned, and I really, really wish this one thing, if you can realize and accept it and add it in your life, that you stop underestimating yourself, stop overthinking about yourself, stop judging yourself, stop self-doubting yourself. Again, I am not saying that you can do all this completely, and it's not that I don't do, I do. But get out of it. You do it, get out of it. Yep. So insecurities, overall what I want to say on this in this video is that insecurities are not so bad as we think, and they help you, actually. They help you overcome a lot of things. Actually, you start learning new things in life because of these insecurities. For example, when you say about breakup, after breakup, what happened, you just realize about that. Like, I learned a lot of things, like, when I had a breakup, how did I overcome that, what happened in that tenure. I wouldn't want to go back to that. And next time I will be more careful about, like, how anybody is going to hurt me or whatever. Like, I will decide who can hurt me and who cannot hurt me, or something of that sort. Like, same way when it comes to losing money, I'm very careful. I'm going to make sure I will keep a track of money. How I mean, even if I lose money, how can I have a backup? How can I also, I will start saving, or do something about all these things. So all my insecurities have taught me a lot of things. So insecurities are overall not a bad thing, and it's very common with everybody. So this is my new learning which I learned, and I wanted to share here on my channel. I hope you think you can relate to it, at least some bits, maybe not all, but some bits. And if you think you have any kind of insecurities and you feel something relatable, let me know on the comments. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. It takes a lot of efforts to make videos, but I enjoy doing it. That's the reason I'm doing it. And I love to, instead of sitting and keeping things in myself, I love sharing it here. And yeah, I hope you liked it, and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.